I'm going to see now, Be'ez Hashem Yisborach, the last blatter of Mesechus Kalaim, Halacha Dalet, the ninth Perik, Yirushalmi. Habarsim, Habardasim, Badalmatikyon, Iman Oles Hapinun. Have 4 items, and the English translation for this is birus, hooded cloak, dalmatic, shoes of coarse wool. So these are types of clothing that they had in those days. Le'yilb'shem ad sheyivdek. You cannot wear them until he makes a bedika. Means you have to check these things are wool, and they may have some threads of linen inside. They don't put in flax. They use cheaper material, canvas. So if this is imported from these places, you can assume that it's okay. Clothes-lined shoe. Shoe that used to put in some clothing. So you don't have to worry that that is made, that material has kalaיים in it. Again, it was just a matter of what they used to do in those days. And we say that this type of shoe usually does not have any kalaיים. Aburson, just translations. Barison Dilma, Damatkin Kovlan and Apoyan. These are certain types of coats. Misapinun Dardasim, that's certain socks. Yoisaim, Aboam Choif Ayam Mao. So how do you read this Mishnah? Choif Ayam Oy Medina Sayam, Oy Mechoif Ayam Shem Medina Sayam. It's 2 separate things. Either the Choif, the port of Eretz Yisrael, or Medina Sayam, or it means Mechoif Ayam Shem. You have to read it together. Mechoif Ayam, that from Medina Sayam. From what we say, keep going. So Mechaveser, Kis Mechaveser. And it's Tzoyer is the Choif Hayom from Eretz Yisrael. So that's number 1. Or Medina Hayom general, from any place from outside of Eretz Yisrael. The mission is only when they did not have flax in certain areas. So we said that these things don't need bedika because they don't have any flax. But today, it's more common. What does this mean? It's asked from the Zorvan. Imra min goy. There's certain areas where they stick in pieces of wool inside the shoe. You should tell for this person that makes the shoes that a yechot leiber sane kitten elaboratia. You should not sew the shoe that has inside these pieces of wool. You should not use for that threads of flax. You should rather use threads from leather. Moeder Abzira that's worried about this agrees by him the asa piska the amar al the kitten. Do shara. What does this mean? Somebody who ties pieces of wool upon flax. He has a baguette from flax, and then he takes pieces of wool and he ties it to it with strings. Why? The shonet guy maybe nachsale. Inochsala. Shonet means he ties himself with it. Be nachsala. and it comes down. So I think it means the Hushanetz Garmei, when he is can always fall down. Hushanetz Garmei, I think it means when he unties himself. That's so clear what it means. I think it means Hushanetz Garmei, even though he does it like he loops it in, but when he unties himself, it comes down by itself. Af Hushanetz Atzmai, Hushanetz Garmei. Af Hushanetz Atzmai. Yours, yours, kish, if you're allowed to sew your shoe with flax, what is the problem? Meichet mesane bekitten. What is the problem of sewing your shoe, sewing a shoe from leather? Maybe because your socks. Behind the Yilbischen Dardisen, socks of wool, Agabadas in the kitten, do usser. The Shalach Ilaya. You cannot take, if you don't take off the upper ones, you cannot take off the bottom ones. You cannot take off the upper ones unless he takes out if he doesn't take off the top one. I'm trying to translate it better. Im Einoi Mafshit Alyoina Efshe Mafshit Atachtoina. That's more sticking to the words. Avoider of Safra Sholab Zeira. He asked a question from the father of Safra asked, my mate and Prieten Goigul say, you put in some money in your talus, and then you tie it up with a thread of kitten. My mate and Prieten goes to Dine, the opposite story. Did you know Rav Huna? That's what he asked him. Zeira asked the father from Safra, did you know Rav Huna? Ravina Omer Osir, Ravina Omer Osir, Shmuel Omer Mutter, Yankov, Shem Avias Omer Mutter. So Machalik. Ein Osir Shem Kalaim Ella Tovu Yiva Arik. You need two things. Shenem Al Silbesh, Shatnes Dovish Yeshua Tovi Venus. You need these three things. It should be Shua, means flattened out. Tovi spun, the wool, the threads are spun. The news, and then you have to actually make a baguette from it. You have to sew it. So it basically means a clothing, a regular clothing that's made with the process of threads and weaving. That's awesome. Shimon Lazar Oime, Nolois made this over Shabbat Olive. He's a Nolois, he's a crooked guy, and he makes Hashem crooked upon him. It means he's gonna have to give din on that. Halavadim, Asurim, Neshem Shum. Now the Mishnah is gonna say that even though Minat Torah, it's only usher if you have these three qualities. But if it's something that's just felted stuff, it's usher. Pif shel tzema b'shel pishten, also neshi choyzim ba'ar. A fringe of temer b'shel pishten that you put on a baggage shel pishten, also neshi chozrim ba'arik. Rabbi Yossi oime meshicha shel agamon asuris. He puts a belt from wool upon something of pishtin, flax. So we have to add here, it means baggage shel pishtin, obviously. Meshicha shel agamon asuris. The Yikshor savage shall pishten lachabes masnav, afisher tzur beemtza. The tzur shall or beemtza, shnei ketzois of pishten with tzemah. Oises a garden, voices a koifsim, asuras v'shem k'layim. They put a certain sticker, and that is from pishten on tzemah. Or maybe tzemah on pishten. Dot Gemara. Nis neshaz lenis teteni, ilataninan shaz letaninan teni, avaminan hatovi mutter. Tovi is mutter.